The tornado in KwaZulu-Natal this month has left a path of destruction in Utrecht. Justice and Correctional Services Minister Ronald Lamola will inspect the damage at the Waterval Correctional Centre. Our reporter Aviwa Mtila joins us now with the latest. Aviwa, damage to the correctional centre, that must mean inmates have been moved.
Well, certainly we heard that some of them have been moved to nearby prisons, but we'll be catching up with the Acting Deputy Commissioner just in a bit. In fact, I just want to show you some of the damage in and around here at the Waterval prison here. I'm standing, in fact, on top of a wall that essentially fell, and as you can see behind me, I'll ask my colleague just to show you that the bumper of this car is actually off. It's just damaged the car itself. Even the windows at the back, if you were to actually take a proper look at it, are essentially damaged. This is just one of many cars that look like this around here. I am in fact in an area where employees of the correctional services live. I just want to take you inside quickly to show you some of the damage in and around here. As we go to the Acting Deputy Commissioner, you can see even the windows, they're broken, everything has been damaged. I want to take you particularly inside this particular room, which we actually have access to, just to show you how this tornado basically ravaged everything here. You can see the roof is damaged, absolutely damaged. We understand that the people that live here have actually been moved, but look at the floor, bricks everywhere. It's only by a miracle that essentially, as we heard, that no one was hurt here. But joining me now is the Acting Deputy Commissioner of KZN Correctional Services, Begingosi Mkhunu. Thank you for joining us, sir, at ENCA. But just quickly, we want an update in terms of the prisoners at Waterval prison. Are they safe? Did anyone escape, or what's the latest in that regard?
Good evening to all the viewers, and good evening to the people who are conducting the interview. We like to say that all the offenders are safe and secured, and we ensured that those who were sleeping in the 4 cells in B unit, where the roof was damaged, they have been moved to an alternative correctional centers.
Now, we are in residence areas, of course, where the employees of the correctional services live here. What's happening to them? We saw their houses are damaged, absolutely damaged. What is happening to them?
Indeed, it was a terrible incident where a tornado around about 8 o'clock last night went through this area, and the trees were flung away, the corrugated iron, and the place was seriously damaged. But what we have done as a department, we managed to move the officials to various places within the Waterval management area. We also secured place at Ngome as well as eThekwini, which is one of the centre belonging to this area. So each and every official, from the officials that were affected, there were 36, there were 46 married quarters that were seriously ravaged by this tornado. There are 36 single quarters, and each and every person who's occupying that area has been moved to an alternative place within the management area. We are happy for the cooperation that we have received from all the NGOs and all other managers and the officials staying within the management area.
And just how damaged is the prison itself, where the prisoners are, and what's happened to them?
The correctional center, the roof, the corrugated iron part of it was flung over, but remember the ceiling is made of concrete, so the offenders were able to stay there until they were removed. No offender was injured, no official. We like to thank God for that, and we like to really say it was by might of God that no one was injured. It's only 8 cattle that were seriously affected, but for the people, there was no one. There are cars that were damaged by the wall that you can see outside, and we had a lot of people who came to our rescue in the form of Utrecht community, Pete Vest, Knockout, Rally, and it's a number of them of which we think to really sincerely thank them for bringing water and even land, because remember, there is no electricity in this area, there is no water that is in this area, but with the assistance of all these people, we are able to keep the officials who are eating and everything going on as comfortable as possible.
And just lastly, what is the way forward now for the prison and in terms of help even?
Tomorrow we are going to have a meeting, and we are going to have a what do you call it, a meeting with the relevant role players, especially Public Works, and then we are going to pave the way forward. It is going to be in the form of a project where we are going to decide which area we start with. Remember, the trees are all over the streets, the corrugated iron are all over. Then we need to make sure that first the offenders move to a secured place, then secondly we get an alternative accommodation for officials, then we restore electricity and water, then we know that we are on the running once again.
Thank you very much, Bekinkosi Mchunu, the acting Deputy Commissioner here at KZN, Waterval Correctional Services, telling us basically that 46 courts, married courts, as well as over 30 single courts, basically look like this, have been basically ravaged by the tornado here. We heard that, in fact, all inmates were safe and no one was basically harmed as the tornado swept through here. It's just basically 8 cattle, in fact, that have been suffered injuries, as well as damage to property and damage to cars, Michelle.